Hi, this is going to be a tutorial on how to verify the following trigonometric identity. I will only manipulate the left-hand side, leaving the right-hand side alone. First, I will use the quotient ID and replace cotangent x by cosine x over sine x. Then I will take this new fraction and move it out to the front. If this was too quick, please pause the video and see up here for a more detailed explanation. Next, I would like to multiply those two fractions. Multiplying across the numerator, we're going to get cosine x times cosine x is going to equal cosine squared x. And when multiplying the denominator, we get sine x times 1 minus sine x. Next, I would like to take this one and subtract it from this fraction. To do this, we need to find a common denominator and rewrite the 1 in the form of sine x times 1 minus sine x over sine x times 1 minus sine x. This is nothing else than a fancy 1. Now that we have a common denominator, we can subtract the fractions. So we'll get the cosine squared x right here minus all of this. And this is going to be all over the common denominator. Now we can distribute the sine x, giving us a sine x minus sine squared x right here. And then I would also like to distribute the negative sign, making this a negative sine x and this a positive sine squared x. When we look at this expression now, we can see that we have two square trig functions in the numerator. When this happens, that's usually a very strong hint that a Pythagorean identity is going to be helpful. And in this case, it turns out there is one, because sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1, which means we can take everything that's highlighted in the blue and replace it with a 1. So in the numerator, we'll end up with 1 minus sine x. Now we're almost done. We can see that we have two common factors, a 1 minus sine x on top and a 1 minus sine x at the bottom. This means they reduce down to a 1. So on top we'll have a 1 all over sine x. Now the very last step is to recognize that 1 over sine x has a reciprocal called cosecant x. We'll just take 1 over sine x and replace it with cosecant x. Now both sides are the same, and this concludes the proof. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments.